August Burnett, hi. Zach Ruiz, hey, how's it going? Good evening. Kenji DeCastro, hi. Hello, how's it going? It is right now it's Tuesday, 8 p.m. Oops, my manners. Forgive me, chewing gum again. It is my habit to chew gum. Like I said, it builds saliva, helps me to think, and keeps my jaw strengthened. Okay, so that's why I chew gum. Okay, so forgive me. I took the gum out. It's Tuesday, 8 p.m. Hello, Darwin C. Hi, and I thought I'd turn on the live stream for this week. Answer your questions. Anything you want to ask me now. I'll try to do my best to answer, whether it's swimming, guitar, Korean, fitness, whatever. And I just got home, finished my workout at the gym. I don't really like filming my workouts because it's really boring, in my opinion. It's not really fun to watch. I don't know, based on my perspective. So, you know, if I film myself working out in the gym or doing drills in the water in the pool, I don't think it looks fun. You know, I'd rather have a topic or something a theme to make the video about, or just talking to people or something. So that's why I don't really film my workouts for you. But if you want, I could, but I don't know, to me it's just boring seeing some guy doing pull-ups, some guy doing stretching, some guy doing front crawl. I don't know, that to me is just like, okay, so anybody can film that. But yeah, what I do is here's my workout. I'll give you my workout regimen. What I do is first I work out in the gym, and then I get so hot that I need to go to the pool and then swim, cool off in the water, and that's when I do my swimming afterwards. And that's my routine. So usually when I'm at the gym, I warm up by running on the treadmill. So running, not jogging, running for like about 10 minutes. Then I do a little bit of active stretching, and then I start doing movements like muscle ups. I start doing planche movements. I start doing just dips, squats using a dumbbell, because I don't know, I don't have any luck when it comes to securing a spot in the squat rack. There's all these kids hogging the squat racks, you know, there's a gang of them, and they're all shouting, bro, right? Not just guys, it's girls too. Girls are squatting in my gym, so that's really impressive, actually, you know. And like, you know, hats off to the girls that do squats. They're smart, okay? They know that their assets, their ass, should be well maintained. So I appreciate a girl that works out in the gym doing squats. That's smart. What I do recommend, because I am a personal trainer and I've trained women many times, is that women work on their glutes, okay? That is, their legs for a woman is the most powerful part of their body. Not their upper body, it's their lower body, their legs. So a woman can out-squat a man easily when it comes to just focusing on the lower body. And men, you know, we're all upper body, you know? Like from the belt up, yeah, we're strong, but when it comes to like squats and like splits and, you know, like, yeah, working on hamstrings and quads, you know, women have the advantage. So work on your strengths is what I'm saying, okay? If you're at the gym, work on your strengths, okay? Do what you're good at, okay? So, women, go to the gym. I encourage you, okay? Your beauty will extend a lot further. You get more bang for your buck. If you know what you're eating, if you're exercising right, every guy appreciates a girl who takes care of herself when it comes to diet and exercise, all right? I can't stand those women who smoke. They try to cheat, to just splash makeup all over their face to hide their imperfections. You know, they're eating junk crap food. And, you know, whatever you eat will show up on your face, okay? When I look really close at someone's face, I know exactly what their diet is like. I know how stressed they are. You know, when you go to, like, I'll give you an example, right? When I go to, like, a department store, like in Korea, for example, whenever I go to the makeup section, usually my girlfriend will drag me there, right? I pay attention to the sales ladies, their faces. And when you look up really, like, from far away, they look very well put together, right? Very, like, you know, like their fashion shoot model looking kind of makeup done on their faces. You know, they're professionals, of course, because they work for, like, MAC, Bobbi Brown, and all that. But when you go up to them really close, I mean, like, really close, like this close, when you interact with them, you look at their skin, and there's all these blemishes and just, like, pimples and just crap all over their face. And no amount of foundation, makeup, lipstick, eyeliner can conceal that. It just shows. And the funny thing about this is that when you go to the back of a department store, like where they throw the garbage, they chuck all the garbage in cardboard boxes, you'll see all those sales ladies there on their breaks, smoking away. They smoke a ton of cigarettes. All of those makeup ladies that you see that look really great, they're just huffing and puffing cigarettes on their breaks. Because, one, it's a stressful job. And two, yeah, that's their habit. I've never seen a department store where women eat healthy, like, food and drink water all day. No, they just conceal all those, you know? So, women, my advice to you as a man is to reverse the cart and the horse, okay? Put the cart behind the horse. Work on your health first before you delve into any of that makeup and fashion, because that's just all superficial, okay? Anybody can hide all your blemishes and all that, right? It just shows up when I see pimples and acne and just squishy arms filled with fat. Okay, you can't hide it. You can't hide it from me. That's for sure. Maybe you can fool some people, but you can't fool me, right? So when I see somebody that works out and they know what they're doing, they're exercising right, there's a balance, okay? I'm not talking about bodybuilders, okay? Bodybuilders are just totally far to the left or right. They're just extremes. There is no balance, okay? They look terrible, by the way. Powerlifters, same. They look terrible, mostly fat old guys. I'm talking about somebody who just balances right in the middle, knows exactly what he or she is doing, proportion, okay? That's who I look for in the gym. And most of the times, I can't find that person. Nope. Most of the guys, they're watching too many YouTube videos with these, like, aesthetics or bodybuilders, and they're discarding, like, essential things like working on their lower body, doing squats in the gyms. You can't neglect that. You know, like Bro Science Live, and there's like, I never do legs and all that. I think that, you know, that's part of it. You know, it's the new gym culture, right? It's all about guys wearing like pants to cover up their scrawny legs, and then just all focus on upper body. So, guys, don't neglect your lower body, okay? Do the squats. You gotta do squats. Just do air squats. You don't have to do barbell squats. I'm just saying, you know, make sure you're balanced when you work out. And most guys are not. So, when I do calisthenics, I know exactly what I'm doing with my body, because if I have too much muscle, I can tell, because when I lift myself in the air doing handstands, I can feel it, the extra weight, the baggage. And this is the mistake that I've learned for so long. You know, I've been bodybuilding for so long because I fell into that, you know, that Schwarzenegger craze. I thought, like, where is this going? There is no goal when it comes to bodybuilding. The goal of bodybuilding is just to put up mass, right? Get size, but how big is too big? Nobody tells you this. And when you keep consuming calories and getting bigger and bigger, and then you reach a plateau, and then the habit still keeps kicking in, and guys want to get bigger beyond their plateau. So what do? They go to performance enhancing drugs, steroids, right? And they get even bigger. So there's no end. It's just such a vicious cycle, bodybuilding. Okay, so young guys, I'm telling you this because a lot of young guys, they think like the guy who's the biggest in the gym is the winner, is the number one. And I used to think that way too. Like when I saw the biggest guy in the gym, I thought, wow, he's number one. Everyone respects him, looks up to him. But now, when I see a really big guy like gorilla arms, I just like think, man, that guy, if he only knew what he was doing, you know, and just like that light bulb in his head, just thinking, Jesus Christ, I've been working out the wrong way, you know, I've been exercising the wrong way. Instead of getting healthier, I'm getting worse. I'm killing myself, right? There's again, it all reverts to the balance, the imbalance. Okay? So be careful, okay? Yes, if you're really scrawny, really skinny, putting on a little bit of muscle is good for you. But you got to know your limits, okay? There's a point where, you know, all you're doing is working for your muscles. Your muscles are not working for you. And that's what I want now with my body. I want my body to work for me. I want to control every part of my body now when I do a handstand. I want to do a one-arm handstand. I want to do a 360 muscle-up. I want to be able to do one-arm chin-ups. I want to be able to control every fiber in my body in order to perform just an exciting move that most people cannot do. And that's my goal when I go to the gym. All right? So that's my shtick on working out. Habiba Moli, can't see video, neither can hear. La 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 da 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 da. J Dragon, how do you get motivated to start and then stay exercising? How do I get motivated? Okay. Here's how I get motivated. Okay, so it's a good question. I don't really get motivated. The thing about working out is, or anything that you do frequently every day, is that you do it every day and then eventually it becomes a habit. Just like brushing your teeth. When you brush your teeth, you know that you got to brush your teeth in the morning and the night. Same thing with working out. When you work out, your body just kicks into habit mode. Like, of course, when you start off in the beginning, it's going to be difficult. But later on, after a few weeks have passed, your body kicks into that gym mode, right? You want to go to the gym on Monday. You have to. If you skip Monday workout or Tuesday workout, you get cranky. You get agitated, right? It's just like not brushing your teeth for 1 or 2 days. So motivation can get you so far. Like, you can watch so many like YouTube videos about workout motivations, and then when you go to gym, and then that adrenaline, and then boom, it just drops, like plummets, like drinking a can of Coke. So I don't rely on motivation. Rely on habit, okay? Making a habit. The habit will do the work for you. It will push you. It will give you that momentum to say, oh man, I gotta go to the gym. Okay, so develop that routine. Not the motivation, okay? Random JD, train women. Yeah, I do train women, actually. Darwin C, as a teacher, how do you approach stubborn students that are not willing to do what you consider the best for them? Of course, when teaching swimming and guitar. Stubborn students? Nobody is really stubborn, in my opinion, because, you know, how I teach, I mean, they're paying me. I'm the expert. They know that I know what I'm doing. So far, I haven't come across any, like, stubborn students. It's more of, like, you know, taking what they've learned. Like, I'll give you examples, right? You know, I come across like swimming students, you know, they've been taught a certain way at their local swimming lessons, and I've got to dismantle what they've learned. They've got to unlearn what they learned. And yeah, we go from there. And sometimes, it's hard for them to get rid of those old habits. So it just takes time. But, if it gets them results, if my teaching gives them results, then they keep coming back. That's it. That's all I can say. Whoever teaches you, or however you learn guitar or swimming, if you're getting results, then keep going, whether it's an online course, which is what I'm making actually. That's another thing I wanted to bring up. My online course, I'm assembling it right now on the website that teaches guitar. It will be out in a week or so. And just a lot of editing and putting pieces all together. But it's for you guys to learn guitar. It's very simple, very, 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 very easy, straightforward. I remove all of that junk and clutter that other guitar teachers tell you about learning guitar. And it's just, based on all my experiences, failures, and hardships, learning guitar by myself, self-taught, I give it to you in a package. So stay tuned for that. I'll make an announcement. I'll put up a video probably next week about it. So stay tuned for that guitar course. Charladita. Howdy, Justin. Howdy. Zurikan. Hey, man. What acoustic guitar do you have? I have a Yairi classical guitar, and I have a Chord MR710F. Now, if I had the money, I would go for a Taylor or Martin guitar, particularly the Martin 314 or 414 CE. That's a pretty good guitar. There's another one called the GS Mini, which is pretty cool. So you notice like Ed Sheeran, he's got a really small guitar. In my opinion, that's a pretty shitty sounding guitar, because when you listen to it, come on, it sounds very tinny. It doesn't sound really good. Compare that to the GS Mini, which is about the same size. It's made by Taylor compared to Martin, and it sounds really good. And I picked it up in the guitar store and I played it, and it sounds great. So that would probably be my next guitar to pick up, is the GS Mini, and to perform in front of you guys. And yeah, I recommend getting the GS Mini if you're starting out on acoustic steel string guitar. GS Mini, it goes about $600, $700 Canadian, brand new, but you can get it used for like $500. So GS Mini. A random JD, what university or college did you go to? Here in Vancouver, I went to Langara College, and I went to Simon Fraser University. And I would say that I do not recommend either of those schools. Both of those schools suck. Okay, so Langara College. Parking is terrible at Langara College. I don't know how it is now, but Langara College is situated in like a suburbs area. Okay, so when you drive there, which is what I had to do because it was pretty far for me to get there, I don't recommend taking the bus. The bus is goddamn awful. When I drove there, I had to find parking, and when you're a student at Langara, you have to fight for parking spots in their parking lot. Okay, so the parking lot wasn't big enough to fit all of us students. So I remember like making a dash for the school and just spending like an extra like 10 to 20 minutes trying to find or secure a parking spot in their parking lot. It was terrible. And then on top of that, you got to pay to secure that spot. So it's like, I don't know, like I'm not sure what it was. I remember $2 or $3 an hour or something. So it was really stressful. And then, like you would have to, if you didn't have a spot, then you would just keep circling the parking lot. And then if you couldn't get a spot and your class was going to start soon, then you would have to park on the side of the road near some like far away distance in some sort of like suburb area. But you risk getting your car towed, and I had my car towed so many times. So after my class is finished, I would go back to my parking spot in the suburbs and car's gone, got towed. That pissed me off. All right, so I do not like Langara. And same with SFU. The SFU is on this mountain. It's on this mountaintop. It's very strategically placed mountain, so that everybody that goes up there will have to eat the food that's up there and take the transportation or drive up there or use their parking lots. It's kind of like a monopoly they have up that mountain. Buses were terrible, so I had to drive up that mountain, and that cost a lot of gas. And then parking up there was more expensive. Secure the parking, and then if you wanted to stay longer, like after class or study in the halls or something, then you have to think ahead. You gotta pay for more parking hours. You gotta add more money into the meter. I was like, this is not the way to learn. All right, this is good for them. It's good for their business, but as a student, it's not good for us. So I don't recommend either school. And UBC is a very nice campus, but again, they got their own monopoly as well. There's a parking lot there, but I'm sure they have enough parking spots for all their students, because I've seen their parking lots and most of them are filled up, but there's always spots everywhere I see, compared to like SFU, where cars are just like hunting in each lane. So there's your answer. Okay. Other questions. Jay Dragon, I hope you're having a great day or night. Yes, I am. Thank you. Okay, so what else do I want to talk about today? What's your favorite Kayo Patu? What's your favorite football team? Football? What do you mean? Like football American or soccer football? So, when I was living in Korea, soccer, or you can call it football, you Europeans, was very popular back then. But now, Korea's soccer team is just awful. They didn't even qualify for the World Cup. But soccer in Korea, back like in 2002, was just crazy. And the parties that went on in Korea when Korea was advancing in the World Cups was just unbelievable. Just like the amount of pride and unity is just incomparable to any other place I've seen. Like Canada, I don't know, like Canada has a soccer team, but I don't know. There's not that unity compared to Korea and Koreans. And Koreans are just they're so passionate. Whatever they do it to the extreme, which is why I feel like I'm Korean. Anything they do it to the extreme. They risk losing sleep. They risk damaging their health. They risk it all when they focus on something that they're passionate about, whether it's soccer or building a Samsung Galaxy phone or building the next like Hyundai car or something. Whatever product that you notice from Korea. Whatever they do it with so much passion and so extremity, so extreme. I miss that, Here in Vancouver, everybody's just like, take it easy, relax. 5 p.m. Brain shuts off, time to go home, kind of attitude. Go to the beach, relax, smoke some weed, watch the hockey game, drink a beer. It's just so relaxed for me, and I get really pissed off, especially. This flows into like my gym. When I see people working out, they're not pushing themselves hard enough. I don't see the sweat dripping off their foreheads or like their shirts perspiring. Like I'll give you an example. If I were to see like a Korean guy working out, like a really passionate guy, he would be changing shirts like 2 or 3 times because he would be drenched. Whereas in Canada, I don't really see that in guys. People just work out for just health sake. It's not, they're not pushing themselves hard enough, in my opinion. It's just based on what I see, okay? If I see someone who's pushing themselves like 110%, I'll notice. I will notice, okay? They're very rare here, I notice, okay? So, yeah, I probably will make a trip to Korea, and it will probably be pretty soon, actually. So I'm thinking of, I'm planning my next trip, and it will probably be, I'm thinking, on my radar will be Taiwan, Korea, maybe the Philippines, Thailand, been done, maybe Vietnam, So maybe those 4 countries, and maybe Ukraine. So maybe those 5 countries. All right, they're on my to-do list in the back of my head. So yeah, play some guitar for us. No, today, no guitar. So there. What do you think of about the 10,000 hour rule? And Charladita, do you have any advice for musicians like me who have a strong passion for music and would like to succeed, but feel like they won't get anywhere with it? I feel really lost and uninspired in a way. Advice for musicians? Advice for musicians. That's a very tough question, actually. Okay? If you asked that question maybe like 20 years ago, when there was no digital downloads and people weren't sharing music or selling music for $1 on iTunes, yeah, I would have a different answer for you. But nowadays, music's free, as we all know. You can download it easily, or it costs, a song is like $1, or you can just like rip it off somewhere. So the music is no longer like a valuable product to sell. What is important is you. You are the product now, the person behind the music. Whatever you do with your music or wherever you go, you should branch out to as many business possibilities that there are. Okay, I'll give you an example to explain this, okay? Who has more power, in your opinion? The person who's making the music or the person who's selling the music? Okay, so I'll ask it again. Who has more power? The person who's making the music, like the singer-songwriter, or the person who's selling the music, like the record company? So you notice that obvious answer is the record company. So think about it as in this kind of point of view. If you are a musician, what do musicians do? They look for a record company. Why? So they can get their music shared around the world and make a music video for them. But what is the cut? Look, what does the cut look like? How much percentage of the profit goes to the musician? Is it, if you think it's 50-50, you're wrong, okay? If you think it's musician 50 and the record company 50, no way. No way. It's more like 10% goes to the musician, 90% goes to the record company. Now, if you're a record company and if you manage hundreds of musicians, just think about how much money you're making, how much power you have, how much influence you have. So my advice to every musician is to become the company. Be the boss. All right? And that's what I'm doing with this guitar online course. I'm trying to extend my business beyond a singer-songwriter. A singer-songwriter can only go so far, but a singer-songwriter is essentially an employee. Okay? When you're an employee, you look for a company to hire you. That's what you do. All right? Fuck the company, okay? You can be the company. You can be the one hiring people. All right? Why give all the power away to someone else? Why give like 90% of your profits to the company, whereas you can flip it around? It requires a lot more work. But again, you got to think about whether you want to be the employee or the employer. I want to be the employer. Okay? No matter what I do, I want to be the employer. I have the power if I am the employer. Whether if I have a swimming company, I have a guitar company, if I have a record company, I want to be the company, not the employee. The employees have no power, okay? They are under the grace of whoever hired them. Okay? So, think beyond your own music, okay? Yes, you can make your own music, like, I don't know, like Jay-Z. Jay-Z makes his own music, but he also has several other businesses that he manages, and he has several other artists that are under his label. I mean, you can do both. And once you have a company, and once you have that power, once you have that influence, once you have the money rolling in, then you're free to make as much music as you want. And you don't have to like ask for a record company's permission, or if you don't have to like wait for a record company to release your music or market your songs to the public. Do it yourself once you have the money. So be in this position, the company, the employer, not this position, the employee. Okay, it's totally, I know it's like your mind's blowing up. Right? So for another example, like if I was a guitar teacher, if I worked for a guitar company like Music Academy, they would give me a salary, they give me hours, and I would be responsible for like the students that they give me. Or I can reverse it. I can make my own company. I can hire my own guitar teachers, and I will pay them, and they'll teach my students, whoever that I bring to my school. Which position would you want to be in? I'd rather be the boss. The boss, baby. The boss. Okay. Last question for today, because I have got to eat dinner. Zurikan, do you like iPhone 8? iPhone 8. I saw the preview for iPhone X and iPhone 8. I'm like, it will never end. Technology will never end. There is no perfect phone, all right? Technology is never perfect. It will never be perfect. Fashion is not perfect. It just keeps going. It will never end. Remember when the first iPhone came out? We were all like, oh my, ooh, ah, yee, ah. Because we all had flip-out Motorola phones. And then we saw the iPhone, and like, holy shit, oh my god, oh. But then what happened? And then the next iPhone came out, then the next one, then the next one, and the next one. This is the thing I hate about technology, is it never ends. It will never be perfect. There is no perfect phone out there. There's always some sort of flaw or imperfection that I think is purposefully implanted in the product by the company, just so that they can make more money or continue making money by making a better phone, the next version. That's what Apple, I think, does. I think Apple in the boardroom are talking to each other and saying, we need to come up with an imperfection, a flaw for the next iPhone, so that we can make a little bit of improvement for the next, version after that one. So the iPhone 9 or the iPhone 11 will probably fix that previous, imperfection. Like faster iPhone, or like stronger connection, or bigger screen. There's always going to be something, a flaw, in every product. And that's how technology works. That's how these companies make money. They just keep making 2017 version, 2018 version, 2019, and you're the sucker that keeps like buying the hottest thing, and then you get that like shiny syndrome where you just like, oh, and then the next shiny object, and then the next shiny, right? So take a step back is what I'm saying. Take a step back, take a breath, and notice this pattern that's happening. Notice what these companies are doing. They've got you hooked. It's like a drug. Okay? So I have an iPhone 6 and I'm happy. I'm happy with this iPhone. All right? It does the job. It doesn't break down or anything, and I know it has flaws. But hey, it's got a headphone jack. Yeah, fuck the iPhone 7. So when I see tech channels like what was it? Marcus MKBHD. I mean, like, he's got very well crafted videos, but do you see the look on his face? Like, he doesn't look impressed. Like, nothing will make him happy. Like, he's just like, that's a great phone. Like, he just, when he looks at technology, the brand new iPhone and brand new MacBook, something that I wish I had the money to afford, he just looks at it and just like, it could be better. The speed's not that great. All these flaws. And it's really hard to please a tech guy, I notice. All these tech channels, it's very hard to please them. When they review the new like Panasonic GH5 or the new 2017 MacBook Pro or like the iPhone X, they're not, they've just been so like ingrained in them. Like the bar is just too high for them, and they're just plateauing. you know? So the only way to get beyond that is to go the opposite direction. Just completely wipe out technology. Go live in the forest with no Wi-Fi, no cell phones, no laptops, nothing. And just live without all of that noise around you. That's what I think. You should do the complete opposite. Just like when I say the only contrast that you can have for hot water is cold water. All right? Think about that. The contrast. You need to have contrast in your life. So we are having we are just overblown with like the latest gadgets, and like we're just spoiled with so much food and variety that we have to choose from, or just like options like where to go, what kind of cars we can choose to drive, the people we kind of meet. We're just so spoiled, okay? And no matter what country you live in, we're just spoiled with options. And sometimes I think we need to go the opposite direction. We need to have that contrast. We need to turn that shower to extremely cold and just boom, hit us in the face, shock our bodies. And by the way, I love cold showers. Right? I do a lot of cold showers, and I recommend you do the same. So that's what I'm saying, right? Whether it's technology, people that are around us, places we go, people we meet, I know the social media and all this, it's just all noise. And sometimes we just need to go away from all of that. Go the opposite direction. All right. So also, I'm going to leave by a final note. So 2 things. This is a live stream that I do every week. Okay. So if you missed this one, don't worry. It'll be on replay on YouTube, and you just catch up for the next one. That'll be next week. Okay. So I'll make this every week for you guys, because thank you for being 19,000 and above subscribers, which I just hit. Another announcement I'm going to make is that I'm going to be making a podcast of this live stream. So I noticed that, most people, they can't watch the whole like live stream, which is like 40, 50 minutes long. I mean, that's just too long for your attention span. So I'm thinking of taking this live stream and making an audio file for you guys. So making it like as well as a podcast version. So you can download that. You can listen to it while you're on your way to work or driving and all that. Because, the things that I talk about in this live stream, they have a lot of variety, I notice. And they're topics that mean a lot to me. And the way I open up to you guys and answer your questions, all that. Yeah, I'd like to help it sink in for you guys. And I think people who just listen to audio, this will be a good way for you guys, for this live stream to sink in. Okay, so that's it for now. I'm going to eat my dinner, and I'm going to say goodbye for now. All right, so take care, love you, bye.